Exquisite entrees and an eternal love can be found in The Taste of Things, a French film written and directed by Ong Hong Tran, who's done a lot of movies. Check out his IMDb page for the full list of his work. This is based on a novel by Marcel Rowe, and because it's a French film, I'm pretty goddamn certain I not only butchered those names, but I'm going to butcher the names of the other cast members in a little bit. But the main star is Juliette Binoche. Hooray! Juliette Binoche, who has been doing this for 41 years. And gained a lot of fame being in The English Patient, where she was really terrific. I didn't necessarily think that The English Patient was all that interesting, but she was really good. It was really a performance-driven movie, and she deserves every accolade that she got there and since. Like in Chocolat, probably her most commercially known movie. That was also centered around cooking. And speaking of which, The Taste of Things is based around her playing a chef that is so absolutely talented. She knows just how to prepare vegetables correctly. She does everything by hand. She makes sure to grind the bones to make her bread. No, not fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an English coon. I'm not going to say that. But you add all the right spices, you do everything properly, and you're doing this all without electricity, because that's the point this movie takes place in. But she is working and is a chef for a man that really does care about her. He's played by Benoit Magamel, not Gargamel. No, he's not chasing the Smurfs around. He is somebody that is also a very, very good chef in his own right. But he really just loves her food. And he loves her. It's Juliette Binoche. How the fuck could you not love her? Look at her. I mean, honestly, look at her. Look at her in 1983. Look at her now. She's fucking ageless. She's fucking beautiful. She's incredibly talented. If you were to design the perfect actress as far as emotions, just pouring out of her face and just not even having to tell the story through dialogue, just through expressions and just the way she can command the screen, Juliette Binoche would be on the Mount Rushmore of perfect actresses. At least to me. I might be in the minority here, but you know what? I don't really care, because I love me some Juliette Binoche and need to check out more of her stuff. But yes, she is really goddamn terrific, and I heard a lot about this movie, so I decided to drive 30 miles after working a 9-hour shift to check it out. And I'm absolutely glad that I did, because this movie is terrific. It is by no means action-packed, but if you want to see two very, very, very good actors, by the way, Benoit, great work here. I mean, he is tremendous as a man that really just loves Juliette Binoche. Again, how could you not? They, preparing the food. There's, a couple girls there. There's a girl, Violet. And also her niece, Pauline, who actually factors in a little bit later in the story. Those two girls, very good, I do want to say. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce their names, but they are very good. Pauline in particular, even though she does get some dialogue in, really does tell a lot through her expressions. She actually is very, you can already tell she's very gifted. And you can see why they cast her in this. And, Benoit has his, and I'm calling them by their first names as best I can remember. He has a group of friends. They eat, they drink, because they're in France and there's no electricity and they have to drink because they love their wine over there. I mean, I don't blame them. They're really experts at making the wine there. But a few things to note about this movie. One, no music. No music. It is told entirely, through like food preparation, and also there is some dialogue. Some of the reviews made it seem like there wasn't that much dialogue. There is. The exchanges between Juliette and Benoit are great. Absolutely great. You can just see the love building and building and building. They do love each other, and it's just great. Expression-wise, it's tremendous. Yes, great dialogue exchanges. Yes, you got to read the shit because it's in subtitles. So unless you speak French, you're not going to know what the fuck they're saying. But if you just want to sink your teeth into something, ironically, you're going to have a goddamn blast with The Taste of Things. I may be called pretentious for calling a movie like this really, really good, but you know what? When an indie movie, something that has won a lot of, awards at film festivals, gets a lot of attention, I go out of my way to try to watch it. And I'm really glad that I did. And the ones that play as friends are really good. There's this underlying thing about, stuff going on with Juliette, and Benoit wanting to make sure that she's taken care of, because he really, again, does love her. And the food preparation. once again, great, details as far as like preparing. The camera work is fucking phenomenal. There's a pan around the kitchen at one point, which is really good. Just a great pan scene with some dialogue. And just the way it follows around everything, and the camera follows like a particular actor, whether they're, out on the out on the grounds or they're just in the house. It's great stuff. Doesn't matter if it's nighttime, daytime. When it's daytime, though, it's fucking beautiful. Lush landscapes, really great shit. Cinematography is fucking wonderful. I love the food preparation stuff. I would like to know why there was a cat meowing all the time. Or maybe not all the time, but often enough where I'm like, where is the cat? Where is the cat and why is it meowing all the time? I have so many questions here. But Pauline, her character is important as far as she automatically, has a knack for recognizing tastes, like as far as spices and particular ingredients that, certain palates wouldn't be able to tell. And, the two adults take note of this. Juliet even wants to possibly, have her be her apprentice. Easy for me to say, but she really does see potential in her. And it's the way the camera just lingers on people without being just like doing this because we have nothing else to do. They just have the camera on somebody, not like out of a laziness. It has a reason. There's a reason why we see these characters. We see the pain on their face. We see the joy on their face when they taste this food. There's this one dessert that they make called Baked Alaska. That's like almost an ice cream like cake. Well, like a creme brulee thing, and then but there's ice cream in it, and it's fascinating to see how this stuff got made and how this stuff got prepared before a lot of modern conveniences. Yes, there's the ice machines, there's ways to keep stuff cold, but there's still a lot of you have to do these ingredients, you have to prepare them right, you have to make sure that things are at the right temperature, and it's just great and it's sumptuous and it's fucking wonderful. It's sad. It gets sad that might be tipping you off a little bit as to what's going to happen in the movie, but it's really good. It is over 2 hours, and I by no means recommend that you guys watch this if you are really, really sleepy, but it is very good, and it captivated me, and it's one of my favorite films of the year. Yes, I know technically it came out last year, but it's getting a wide release this year, so fuck it. It's one of my favorite films of the year. 5 goddamn stars is what I'll say right there, but yeah, really good. I'm on Letterboxd, by the way, at Reborn43 for my age, and also for the fact that I didn't think I'd make it this far. I'm on Letterboxd if you want to check it out. Check out reviews that I've done there. Some that I've done on the channel and some that I haven't. Some just written form if you don't have time to watch everything. That being said, Juliette Binoche, fucking wonderful, still beautiful, still captivating, absolutely great. And the rest of the performance is very well done, especially by the 2 young girls. Great work by them. Anyway, getting into spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. So, Juliette Binoche has fainting spells, but keeps working hard. And she dies. She dies. And it's sad. It is really sad. Oh my god, I was fucking crying. And I knew it was coming. The instant I saw that she had to sit down earlier in the movie, I go, I know where this is going. I don't like it. And I was right. It's not as bad as what I felt about Waves. If anybody's seen Waves, you know what I'm talking about. We're like, oh, I know what he's going to do. And oh, there you go. I need to rewatch Waves at some point. But yeah, the taste of things is just great. And just the pain on Benoit's face, trying to get Juliet to just agree to marry him. Not to force her, but because he loves her. They worked together for over 20 years. And it's just a beautiful story. It's a real beautiful story. It sounds weird for me to say stuff like this, considering I tend to be a hard ass when it comes to some movies. But I loved it. I thought it was great. And it was like comfort food. Not the German kind. I'm going to hell for that. But it's just great stuff, and just the preparations, everything. And then after she dies, just seeing the pain on his face, and he can't handle it. And then he recognizes Pauline's talents and helps. And, they're going to go off and maybe find another chef to prepare for this big meal for this, the the Prince of Eurasia. No, my Asia. But girl played Pauline's great. Just when Juliette Binoche died, I'm like, oh, yeah. But I love Juliette Binoche. She's just so wonderful. What a beautiful woman she is. What a great actress. It's another great performance. Another notch on her just A+ performances. And it's just so tremendous. And the part where it pans around the goddamn kitchen. And they're having the talk again. before he proposed to her, and did a dish and had an engagement ring in there, and that was beautiful. But talking to her, and this is after she had a fainting spell, and she didn't want to do it. And I don't remember what the illness was. I haven't read the book because I don't read French, and I don't have the attention span to read books. But am I a cook or am I your wife? My cook. Merci, thank you. She's both. But most importantly, she is a cook, and she's a damn good cook. And Jesus, what a great story. A+. I'm going to stop now before I start crying like I did in the theater, but A+, it's great. It's fucking great. Please go watch this. Like, it's not just a one-note a one performance movie, or in a singular focus like The Teacher's Lounge, even though The Teacher's Lounge had other good performances. This is just great, even though it takes over 2 hours. It's just, you won't get bored. Be in the right mindset, and you're going to love it. A+. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rentlin. I'll see you soon.